Hello everyone, I'm Daz and welcome to American Civil War and UK History, and today I'm in my hometown of Folkestone in Kent on the south coast of England, and I'm at the Folkestone Harbour Arm for a special art programme on Remembrance Sunday. Now the programme was put together by the University of Kent. It's running for 84 hours, and here's a little bit of history about the Folkestone Harbour Arm. A branch line down from the main branch line to the harbour was established in 1847. A large warehouse was built together with the first section of the harbour station and the foundations for a new southeast facing pier. On January 1st, 1849, an integrated rail and sea service commenced between London, Paris via Folkestone and Boulogne. A new pier, the Harbour Arm, was built in stages over several decades and was completed in 1904. It was mainly constructed of poured concrete, then faced with granite. Its most important role would come during World War I, which took place between 1914 and 1918. In 1918, the Mayor of Folkestone reported that over 8.6 million passengers had passed through the port between 1914 and 1918. This figure included troops en route to France or returning on leave, and Red Cross workers. Folkestone played a key role throughout the war. For example, approximately 120,000 refugees landed from Europe. Folkestone Harbour was the preferred route which post was sent to and from the Western Front, and about 10,500 ships and 7,000 train movements took place in Folkestone during the First World War. And I'm joined by Professor Mark Connolly. Would you tell us a little bit about the project, please?
Yeah, of course, Aaron. It's an art project that's sponsored by the Imperial War Museum, and what we really wanted to do here was make, the whole idea was to explore the idea of a generic statement about war, but and its impact and its legacies, but in order to give it a root, we thought it had to be site-specific and kind of have a chronological route as well. So, as people working at the University of Kent, and as a particularly a historical student very, very interested and specialist in the First World War, we immediately thought of Folkestone. This amazing space here, the Folkestone Harbour Arm, this point of exit and entry of so many soldiers, men and women throughout the Great War, a place where things like Belgian refugees arrived in August 19. September 1914, what with its Nepalese community now, of course, and the fact that more refugees have arrived over the last 10 years, that we could tell a broader chronological story, but root it in something, say root it in time and space.
Okay, cool. And again, we're talking millions of people, aren't we, passing from this station off to and from.
Absolutely, coming and
England
going,
and France,
day and night. Absolutely, and that sense, that for so many, of course, this would have been the last few they ever had.
Yes. That's right. Yeah, a lot of these guys don't come back.
Absolutely, and so part of the soundtrack, one of the things that we wove into that, some of the testimony that's in it, are postcards sent by soldiers from Folkestone. In some of those instances, they're bound to be last postcards ever sent, to friends and loved ones. And so doing that research, doing things like researching the Folkestone local newspapers during the war, just threw up so many poignant, powerful stories.
Yes, so again, a lot of research went into this. How involved were you in that research?
Hugely. I mean, basically, for what is a half an hour presentation, you might say, that goes around a continual loop, that took 18 months worth of work. There was months spent finding footage at the Imperial War Museum, then appropriate photographs, then in national archives and local material here from Folkestone, and picking out the stuff and weaving it together. And that also included a lot of oral history work at the Folkestone Nepalese Community Centre, talking to Gurkha and Gurkha families.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Pleasure, thank you.
Okay, let's go and see this amazing project, Walking with Ghosts, here at the Folkestone Harbour Arm.
I'm at Folkestone, hoping to cross over today. Love to all, Charlie boy. Dear Ma and Pa, Please do not worry for us. We'll be with you once again, very shortly. It is doing nothing, only dream. Your loving son, Malcolm.
When we reached the town, the war was overall. Men in uniform were everywhere. Warships lay outside the harbour. Khaki and guns. Men trudging along, bearing the burdens of war. Motor trucks rushing ponderously along, carrying ammunition and food. Messengers on motorcycles sounding to all traffic that might be in the way and clamorous summons to clear the path.
Darkness came down. We had now been 6 hours on our way and both debating whether after all we were to embark. Then a quiet voice said, "Folkestone." The boat lay at the little pier. We clattered down the iron steps and thrust our way on board. The sea at Folkestone prophesied a filthy crossing.
We got down to Folkestone. We saw these cross-channel boats all painted grey alongside the quay. Marched onto those. Nobody's wishes goodbye. No bands or anything yet.
GD 13 p.m. 10:13 p.m.
Left Folkestone, feeling this was perhaps really the last time I'd see dear old Clive's shores, unless it be from a hospital ship. Everyone fed up as usual.
The soldier passed me in the freshly fallen snow. His footsteps muffled, his face an earthy grey, and my heart gave a sudden as I gazed on a ghost of 5 and 20 years ago.
Can you recall the parcels that we made them for the railroad? Crowned, bulging parcels held together by their string. Can you forget their passing, the cheering and the waving, the little group of people in the doorway of the shed?
Hope you enjoyed this little video. Massive thank you to the University of Kent for putting this project on and highlighting the history of the Folkestone Harbour Arm.